Okay, riders head their way back now to reform on the grid. In the starter's hand, set for a start, away they go. And an awesome start there for Dave Oliver as he heads his way down into turn 1. The rest of the riders now start to file into turns 1 and 2 as they head their way back up the hill and underneath the bridge. Holden back there in the second place. Carroll now in third as they head their way down into Gumtrees. Rest of the riders charge on. Oh, we've got one rider spearing off down there at turn 4, but he hangs on to it nicely and will regain towards the back of the pack. Riders now head their way back down through Siberia and head their way back up into the left hander at 7. Mark Lucky Gordon riding for Mixed Bikes and Cars. Mixed Bikes car tyres, and of course PN Lubricants. Gets a bit of work done down there at Speedies as well. He's in there in the midst of it all. We'll see how he's going, currently in around about 10th place at the moment. And Lucky's riding the Suzuki SV650 here this weekend. And he's been improving all the time. But we'll see how he stands as they head their way onto the front straightaway now. Dave Oliver already starting to set a cracking pace. Ethan Holden back there in second place. Clint Clark, Anthony Carroll, Paul Dawson, Lee Holmes, Kenny Croucher, Kieran McGowan, Mark Lucky Gordon holds on to that 10th place now. He's in a furious battle. Taylor Ralph right on his tail now as they head their way underneath the bridge. And just in front of him we've got Kieran McGowan and Simon Dixon. Still some great battles going on throughout the field here. James Irvine in there riding for V4 Raceworks as well. And he's in there. Kenny Croucher just trying to improve just a little bit as they go down into Siberia, and right in behind him Mark Gordon. They call him Lucky. Why, I've got no idea, but very lucky indeed as they fire their way down through Cops and then down through the fast section. So still Dave Oliver on that VDB Aprilia 550, going very well indeed. Of course, riding for Tyres for Bikes and Silk Colleen Oils. So you need tyres for your bikes, he's the guy to see as he just fires off another lap and really starting to improve. Apparently had a bit of a moment yesterday at our track day, pushing a little bit hard here at the end of the front straightaway, but he's got it sorted and definitely on the gun here. Ethan Holden and Clint Clark battling it out for second and third place. Anthony Carroll just moving up. Paul Dawson just in there behind him as well. Kieran McGowan goes through. Mark Lucky Gordon, the next one in there, still running in 10th place, but a big pack of riders in there behind him. Taylor Ralph, Dave Wright, Gary Dixon and James Parker all want a piece of the action. But Lucky is just going very well there as he fires his way down into Siberia once again. He has got a big pack of riders right on his tail as they head their way back up to the left-hander at 7. So they head their way down through Cox once again. Still Mark Lucky Gordon holding on to that position there, but he's got probably 5 riders on his tail, so he won't have a look over the shoulder, that's for sure, as they head their way down into Kangaroo Corner and start to work their way back onto the Pirelli front straight away. So race leaders come through. Dave Oliver heads his way under the bridge once again, really starting to carve down into Gumtrees. It's got a full length of this back straight here. Lead as the rest of them now very close to second and third place in there. Ethan Holden and Clint Clark. Anthony Carroll, Paul Lawson and Lee Holmes all having a good old battle. Then back to Simon Dixon, Kenny Boucher, Kieran McGowan and Mark Gordon still holding on to that 10th place, doing very well. Ian Lubricants rider as he fires it down through that section there indeed, and it's a pretty tidy gap there. It looks like Dave Wright may have just got around Mark Gordon going down into Siberia there, but he's still got a big battle on his hands with 3 laps remaining in this one. The rest of the riders start to head their way through. They head their way back around now, firing off another lap with a couple to go now. Dave Oliver really starting to open the taps on the VDB. He's got over the length of the front straight away to this battle for second place. Ethan Olin and Clint Clark as they head their way up the front straight away. And it's back to Anthony Carroll, Paul Dawson, Lee Holmes in there as well. And then really starting to charge hard is Simon Dixon as he moves right up onto the back of that pack. Let's have a look to see how Gordon's going. He's back there in 11th at the moment, battling with David Wright and Gary Dixon. So they head their way up underneath the bridge. God, the SV sounds very, very nice under the bridge there as he opens the taps. It looks like Gary Dixon may have just gone up the inside of him down there at Gumtrees. Of course on the little 250, but the rest of them going very well. Taylor Ralph all over the back of Mark Gordon there at the moment. The rest of them now start to head their way around. Fastest lap of the race so far, a 1:24.87 there by Dave Oliver. Last lap board is out now for this Formula 3 class, proudly sponsored by Ray Clackett Proprietary Limited, as Dave Oliver heads his way underneath the bridge now. Fires it through. Clint Clark now moves up into second place on the little 125. He's been going very well this season in the Southern Downs Challenge. He'll probably be right in amongst the point leaders at the moment. He's been pretty consistent. Ethan Olin still goes through. Anthony Carroll, Paul Dawson, Lee Holmes, Simon Dixon, Kieran McGowan, Kenny Boucher, David Wright, Gary Dixon, and then Mark Bucky Gordon goes through. And still having his own private battle in there for 10th, 11th and 12th place. So great stuff. Taylor Ralph is right on his tail. Taylor had a big off down at Eastern Creek a couple of weekends ago. So she's out riding Morawaki, but doing very well on it indeed. For the rest of them now, the checker flag will be nearly at the ready for our race leader, and here he goes. So that'll be Dave Oliver takes the win. Great stuff there as he comes around and finishes off very nicely indeed. Second place coming around, and no doubt that will be Clint Clark. So Clint Clark takes out second place there on the number 18 bike. Third place in this one is Ethan Olin on the 113 bike.